Alright, hi, this is Dylan. Welcome to my daily trading analysis video. Today is a Wednesday, 19th of November. Alright, so we're going to start off with the four major currency pairs as usual. Starting off with the pound against the US dollar. Right here, you're seeing the 4-hourly charts for the pound against the US dollar. So this if you look at the weekly chart itself, quickly just a recap is that the 200 moving averages has been a strong resistance. At this point of time, it crosses upwards, came down and broke below the 200 moving averages again, and as you can see, there's attempts trying to break above the 200 moving averages, but it failed and therefore it continues to fall further. Alright, now zooming into the day one chart is that we do see that there is a falling trend channel over here. So now let's just zoom back to the 4-hourly chart. Alright, this is the falling trend channel, and we are expecting the price may fall even further. Alright, over here, over here is actually one of the exhaustion level that I have plotted with Fibonacci expansion. Okay, so price has kind of broken below, and the next level that we are looking at is the final exhaustion level at 1.5547. Alright, there is somewhere at another bottom of this major falling trend channel itself. Okay, so once it touches this level, then we shall wait for price to rebound and retrace further while we wait for another major short trade to enter. Okay, so once it touches here, when it begins to rebound, of course you may want to trade this retracement because it is pretty a huge profit over here if we are able to trade that retracement. But if not, if you just want to go with the major trend, then once it touches there, hopefully we start to see a rebound, right? Then you may even put your Fibonacci retracement to measure which is the level to look at from here. Okay, so that is the pound against the US dollar. Alright, and next we have the euro against the US dollar. This is the 4-hourly chart, and yes, there is excuse me, there is another falling trend channel over here, and by measuring with a Fibonacci expansion to measure how far the retracement will go, well, over here we do see that the key zone over here is between the price of 1.2568 to 1.2600. So within this falling trend channel, there is a minor rising trend channel. So we are still expecting price to appreciate further till it touches one of this level, and that is also where the 200 moving averages coincides in, and well, as you can see, the 200 moving averages has proven itself to be pretty strong resistance here. So yeah, just wait for retracement, and as it touches the level, wait for a trade setup, a valid trade setup, and that could be a shorting opportunity. And of course, if it breaks further, then we'll wait for price to touch the top of this major trend channel. Alright, so maybe we can plot a Fibonacci retracement all the way from the top to the bottom. Alright, so we do see that the 1.26 flat is at retracement level of 30.2%. If it breaks above, then we can look at the next level at retracement level of 50%, price of 1.2678. Right, so that is pretty much about the euro against the US dollar. And of course, look at the downside, it is still pretty far, because on the downside itself, the final exhaustion level we are looking at is actually at the price of 1.2216. Price is currently at 1.2520. Alright, so that is for the euro against the US dollar. Alright, and next we have the dollar against the Japanese yen. Well, it just kept on appreciating over here. We do see that there is a rising trend channel in the 1-hourly chart. Alright, so it has appreciated, touches the top again. Now all we can wait for this pair is to wait for a retracement within this trend channel, I would say. Well, if you zoom in out a little bit to 4-hourly chart, basically you can't really see much structure. Well, the thing is that I would like to wait for a major one, right? But over here we're gonna see price to really begin retracing or falling before we can even plot a Fibonacci retracement. So well, this is pretty much for the dollar against yen. Well, if you want to know where is the possible final level with the Fibonacci expansion itself, the price of 121.22 is probably one of the key exhaustion level we are looking at. So there's still pretty much a lot on the upside. Okay, so next we have the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar, right? So this is the 4-hourly chart. So we do see that the 200 moving averages is a pretty strong resistance level over here. As you can see, got resisted, came all the way down to as low as 0.7659, and it started to rebound, went up and broke above the 200 moving averages. Right now what we are seeing is the price is more or less supported at the 200 moving average. So if price were to successfully gotten supported, we are expecting price to retrace or again even further. With the first level that we are looking at is 0.8 flat, right? 0.8 thousand. This is if you measure with a Fibonacci expansion, that is the exhaustion level of 127.2%. But if it breaks above the key resistance level, we're actually looking at is within the region of 0.8090 to 0.8108, which is at the retracement level of 30.2%. Alright, based on the chart itself. Right, so this is a day chart with the Fibonacci retracement. We do see that the price of 0.8108 is one of the key resistance level. At the same time, by then, the 200 moving averages could have coincided with this level as well. Right. So that is for the New Zealand against the US dollar. We'll just wait for further retracement. Alright. Although it has cut below this minor rising trend channel, but well, as it is said, it's a minor rising trend channel. Well, so yeah, just wait for retracement. So that is for the New Zealand against US dollar. Now I would just like to touch on another few currency pairs. Alright, that would be firstly the dollar against the Canadian dollar. Right. So over here, this is a 4-hourly chart. This we do see that there is a rising trend channel over here. Price is about to touch the bottom, and with a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of this channel to the top, is that it is about to touch the retracement level of 61.8%, price of 1.1252, and this is also where the 200 moving averages coincides with, and therefore that gives a strong, support to this support level. So but right now we are seeing the price is rebounding, but it still have yet to touch the support level that we are talking right here, right? At least we are looking at this area. So we shall still wait for price to retrace further. Alright, so that is for the dollar against the CAD. And next we are looking at the Australia against the US dollar. Alright, this is a day 1 chart with a Fibonacci retracement plotted from the top to the bottom. We see that the retracement level of 30.2% is at the price of 0.8908. Alright, and zooming into the 4-hourly chart with a Fibonacci expansion measured from the bottom to one of the high here, it shows that close to the retracement level of 30.2% is the final exhaustion level of 0.8898. Alright, almost close to be a 0.89 flat. And so one of the key support level is here. And with price being resisted at the 200 moving areas, coming down and got supported at this level, if we do see a rebound from here, then we can expect the price can appreciate even further at the very key level that we are looking at would be the 30.2% retracement level, or rather the final exhaustion level of 0.8898. 8900, right? But right before that, we got to take note of this level as well. You can see that this is a pretty strong resistance as well at the price of 0.8828. Alright, so that's pretty much for the Australia against the US dollar. And that is all for today. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.